Okay, in arithmetic progression, how many formulas are there, first of all? Three formulas. Huh? Six formulas? Three. One to find the nth term and two to find the sum. Arush, do you know the formula to find the nth term? Leah? Nth term? What's the formula? Tn. Tn is how you represent the nth term. What is it? Tell the formula. Why are you repeating after
A
me?
plus
plus
n
n
minus
minus
1.
1 b.
So this guy is waiting to tell. He's thinking a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay. Now, what is this a? What is n? What is d? So let's take a arithmetic progression. 3,
A is the first term.
okay, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. Okay. A is the first term. Last term is represented as L. The difference between two terms is D.
A.
In this case, what is the difference between two terms? 2. 5 minus 3 or 7 minus 5. Right minus left. And what is N? N is the number of the term. Like this is first term, second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term. That number is N. Understood? Okay. So if you have all these values, that is A, N, and D, we can find any term of the AP. Okay, so this is the first formula. Next, second formula is to find sum. So what's the formula to find sum? N upon 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, these outside brackets put square brackets because there's already an inner bracket. Okay, this is one formula. Second formula to find sum is n upon 2 into a plus L. Okay, so both have different uses. In the first formula, if you have D, you will use that. In the second formula, if you have L, you will use this. Okay, D and L are the two unique, the variables that make them both different. All right, so these are all the formulas. Substitute them to find anything that ever is given. Okay. So yeah, which question did you say, Nathan, you had, Dalton?
13th one.
10a. What is the 13th question? Is it here in this book?
Yes, it's the same one. 13.
Same one.
Yes.
Okay. Did you try solving it? Or you just thought it is the most difficult and just asked, na?
Yes.
Okay, if Tn represents nth term of an AP, and they've given an equation here that is T2 plus T5 minus T3 is equal to 10. Okay, so for this, we need to understand how do we represent any term. For example, how do we represent the T5 term? If you substitute in this, A plus 4D, n minus 1. So 5 minus 1, 4. So T5 is written as A plus 4D. Okay, T7, Aman, how will you write? A plus
6D.
Okay, Aman. T11, how will you represent?
A plus 10 d.
10, man. 11 is n. No, minus 1. You know 11 minus 1? Aman, last chance. T20. Very good. Okay, so like that you have to represent every term that's given here. So T2 is how? What is T2? Okay, so T2 plus T5 minus T3 is equal to 10. So T2 is A plus 1D, that is D, plus
A.
A plus 4D minus
4D.
A plus 2D equal to 10. So you'll get an equation. Solve this equation. A plus A minus A, that's A. Plus D plus 4D, that's 5D minus 2D plus 3D is equal to 10. So this will be our first equation. Then they gave another equation, that is T2 plus T9 is equal to 17. So that is A plus D plus A+8D is equal to 17. So that is 2A plus 9D is equal to 17. This will be your second equation. Simultaneously solve first and second equation, you'll get A and D. A is find its first term, that's A, and D, which is a common difference. Is everyone clear with this? Take a minute, write this if you want, read through the other questions, see if you have any doubts.
The test is from 8 to 20, no?
19, I think.
8 to 19.
Yeah. What is 19? Before cylinders, not cylinder cone sphere, this chapter before that. Yeah, 19 only.
Construction.
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll have revision today, now morning, evening, and tomorrow morning also we'll revise because there's quite a few chapters. And then we'll have the test in the evening. Then for physics, you'll have revision only that day, that is tomorrow evening after the test, and next day morning. Okay, that should be okay, I think, for physics, because the chapters are not, they're there, difficult there, but we'll have to manage in that. Or if you finish everything today, then we'll have the test in the morning tomorrow. Okay, we'll see. Okay, any other questions from this chapter?
The 18th one also.
Where?
Yes, the 18th one.
An
Here.
AP consists of 60 terms. If the first and last terms is 7 and 125, find the 31st term. Okay, so there are 60 terms in this AP. 1, 2, 3 till 60 terms. Okay. If the first and the last term, so first term is 7, last term is 125. Find the 31st term. Okay, so what we know T1 and we know T60. Okay, T1 is A, which is 7, and T60 is A plus 59D, which is 125. Correct? Now we have the value of A. So put A over here. So you'll get 7 plus 59D is equal to 125. From that we can find D. 59D is equal to 125 minus 7. So D is equal to 118 divided by, correct? So D is equal to 2. Double of 59 is 118. Now find the 31st term, which means you have to find T31. That is A plus 30D. And we have A, we have D. We can find it. See, these questions are easy. You just start substituting. Okay, you will get. There are difficult ones also here.
19th one.
It's the same.
Same.
Just try it out, man. You'll get it. Okay, they're all the same type of questions that you're asking. So let me give you a little different type of question. Yeah, there's one type of question where they won't give you any of the terms. Okay, so yeah, let me just find a question like that. You all just rejoin the meeting. Okay, look at this first question here. Find 3 numbers in AP whose sum is 24 and the product is 440. See, they have not given any terms of the AP over here. Okay, what we know is there are 3 terms in the AP. So how will you represent these terms of the AP? Okay, so you need to take the middle term as A. A is not the first term over here. A is the term in the middle. Okay, so the term after A will be A plus D. Next term will be A plus 2D. Next term will be A plus 3D, and so on it goes. You can also go backwards. So before A will be A minus D, A minus 2D, A minus 3D, and so on you can go. Okay, So now if the question says there are 3 terms in the AP, then the 3 terms will be these. You take the 3 terms of the AP as A minus D, A and A plus D. That's for 3 terms. Remember, odd number. Next odd number is 5 terms. So 5 terms means you'll add this and this also. Next odd number is 7. If there are 7 terms, then this and this also. Is that clear? This is how you represent. Now, what if it's even numbers? 2 terms. Which will be the 2 terms of the AP? Yes, it has to be identical, symmetrical. It should be. Okay. So A minus D and A plus D. That's for 2 terms. If you have 4 terms, this one, like this? No. No. You see, if you're skipping a number, you have to skip numbers everywhere. Okay. So A minus 3D and A plus 3D. So you're skipping the numbers, every alternate numbers. Okay. So these will be the 4 terms. Now, what if you have 6 terms? Then what's before this? A minus 5D. And after A plus 3D will be A plus 5D. Okay. So that is how you represent. You'll never have so many terms. You'll have maximum 3 or 4. Okay. That's it. Okay. So then you make your equations with these. Now, here it is. Find 3 numbers whose sum is 24. So 3 numbers are which 3? These 3, right? So when you add these 3 terms, you will get 24. So what happens? Minus D plus D becomes 0 and you will get A. Then whose product is 440. So this into this into this is equal to 440. You already have A. So substitute the value of A and only D will be the missing value. You can find D. Okay. Once you get A and D, then you put the values and get the 3 terms of the AP. Is that clear how to do? All right. So this is one type of question. Then another type of question is where they will tell you, find, look at 8th question. Find the sum of all natural numbers between 25, 250 and 1000 which are divisible by 9. Find the sum of all natural numbers between 250 and 1000 which are divisible by 9. So first you need to get the AP. What are all the numbers divisible by 9 from 250 till 1000? From 250 till 1000. All the numbers which are divisible by 9. Okay. So what's the first number divisible by 9? Figure it out however you want. Either divide it with 9 or use the divisibility test. Divisibility test will be the easiest because you know the divisibility test for 9. You know the divisibility test for 9? First of all, is 250 in 9 tables? How do you know? It's not about last two. It's same like 3. Add the digits. They should be in 9 tables. So here 2 plus 5 is 7. No. So what's the first number that's in 9 tables? Between 250 and 1000. Seriously, you can't change the 0. You have to change the tens place. What?
252.
Yeah, 252. You need 2 more, no? 2 plus 5 is 7. 8, 9. 2 more you need. Put the 2 over here. You change the 5 to 7. Okay. So 252 is the first multiple of 9. Next multiple of 9 will be? Add 9 no to this.
2,
9 tables means you plus 9 plus 9. So
261.
261. Okay, enough. Now tell the last number which is divisible by 9. Huh? 999. Correct. That will be the last number divisible by 9, less than 1000. Okay, what? So we have what all now? We have the first term, we have the last term, and we have the difference. What's the difference? 9. 9 tables means the difference is 9. Okay. Now find the sum of all natural numbers. So find the sum of all these terms. So which formula we'll use for sum? Huh?
L plus A.
Plus L.
Because we have A and we have L. We don't have different. Oh, we have difference also. So we can use that formula also, difference formula. Both formulas, any one we can use. Is that clear? What happened? I don't know. This chapter was written under the hard chapters in that list that your teacher gave. I don't find AP as a hard chapter. GP is a hard chapter. Okay, AP is quite easy.
Anna, is there any sum where we use two formulas?
Here we use two formulas means we can use any one of the formula. We don't have to use both.
No, like where we have to use two formulas.
Yeah, you'll have questions where you'll have to use three formulas also. Not three, two at least. Yeah, sum and term.
So which we did for 250, that was divisibility test.
Which 250?
That down one, 2 plus 7. And this one, 250, that was divisibility test. What we did.
Tables, no? We have to take numbers that are in tables of 9, multiples of 9. So we use the divisibility test to find out the multiples of 9.
Yes, sir.
Beryl number shift. Talk to her and you play with her hand. See now, since they were multiples of 9, we could find them easily. But what if they say like divisible by 73 or something like that? Then you'll have to divide by 73 and find out which number is in 73 tables. Okay? How? Because like that questions are also there. For example, okay, I'll tell you find a number above 400 that is in 27 tables. How will you find a number above 400 that is in 27 tables? So first you will check if 400 is in 27 tables. You will do 400 divided by 27. So 27 ones are 27, 13, 0, 27, 4s are much. 108. Remainder 22. Okay. See the remainder came 22. That means is 400 in 27 tables? No, if 400 was in 27 tables, then the remainder would be 0. Right. But now there's a difference of 22. That is a remainder. So we need to add 22 to this 400. No, no, no. Yeah, what does it mean is if you, from 400, if you minus 22, we'll get, okay, let me give you a smaller number for example. Okay, first. So,
100.
okay, now smaller. Let's take 27 and let's take the number 4. Okay. Is 27 there in 4 tables? No.
No.
No, 4 to this 4.
4 6 are 24.
4 6 are 24. Remainder 3. So what does this 3 tell you? What should you do with this 27 and 3 to get a number that is in 4 tables?
Minus 3.
Yeah, 27 minus 3 if you do, you will get 24, which is a number that is in 4 tables. So here also, from 400, if you minus 22, you will get a number that is smaller than 400 that is in 27 tables. Okay. So how do you know what's the next number? Now you can minus with 22 and then add 27 to that. Then you'll get a number that is in 400 tables. First, what you do? 400 minus 22. Okay, 400 minus 22 is how much? 378. So 378 is in 27 tables. Huh? So this
Not 388.
No, 378.
Oh, 378.
Now, to get the next multiple, what do you need to do? Add 27. So like that, you can get the first multiple after 400. Okay. Next, if they tell you, it should be from 400 till 1000. So what is the smaller number below 1000, which is in 27 tables? So do the same thing like what we did. So you'll get the remainder minus the remainder from 1000. You'll get this biggest number between 400 and 1000. That is in 27 tables. So like this, you can use different methods and figure out the AP. Then use that AP to do whatever has to be done. Okay, so I think that's all from AP. Any questions? Go through it, see if you cannot understand, then ask me, I will explain to you. Okay, there's one more type of question like this. See this 11th one? Is minus 150 a term of this AP? So how will you check if minus 150 is a term of the AP?
150 as the last term.
N is equal to 1 minus 150.
Okay, take minus 150 as the last term and find n, the position. Now n should be a whole number. If n comes as a decimal number, that means this number is not part of the AP. Right. N is the number of the term. It cannot be a decimal number. It has to be a whole number. Okay.
And that question 10b, question 16.
10b, this one. Is it this?
No, in your book it's 15.
15. Like this M and N, that's very confusing. Okay, if it comes, then you have to break your head or leave it. So in an AP, if mth term is n and the nth term is m, show that the rth term is m plus n minus r. We have done this before and we somehow figured out and did it. I don't know. I don't remember now. So yeah, mostly you won't get like this questions with variables in it. Okay, you'll have numbers. Anything else? You understood the questions where you have to make equations, right? The sum of the first 7 terms of an AP is 49 and the first 17 terms of it is 289. Find the sum of the first n terms. So here using the sum formula, right? Sum of first 7 terms is 49. Yeah. So how will you do this? Sixth one? Sum of 7 terms. That means like this, right? S of 7. Sum of 7 terms. Sum of 7 terms is 49. Okay, so how do we write this as an equation? Use the sum formula. Sum of 7 terms is given and sum of 17 terms is 289. Okay, so we have two formulas for sum. One formula is n upon 2 into a plus l is equal to 49. From here we'll get, we can use this equation or you can use the second equation, other one, that is n upon 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d is equal to 49. We can we do this like the method I told you before, this one, like this, when they don't give any terms, because there was a question same like this, no? Sum of 3 terms was this and product of 3 terms was this. We can't use this method because there are too many terms, 7 terms and 17 terms and all that. Okay. We might be able to do, but it'll become too big. So we have to use the formula, sum formula. But then how to do this? Sum of first 7 terms is 49 and sum of first 17 terms is 289. what if they told you the seventh term is 49? That means T7 is 49 and T7 can be represented as A plus 6D. That is 49. Right. So this is a basic type of question which we do not do. But yeah, like this you can make equations. Okay. Let me see. No. Yeah. So here what do we do? Look carefully. So sum of 7 terms. That means n is 7. So in place of n, we have to put 7. Understand? Here also. Here this is what? Sum of 17 terms. So 17 upon 2 into a plus l is equal to 289. Or here, if you use the second formula, you'll get 17 upon 2 into 2a plus. Here also substitute n. That is 16d is equal to 289. So here also, instead of n minus 1, what we'll write? 6d. Okay. So what can we do with this now? Come on. We can either use the first set of formulas or the second set of formulas. So let's take the first set of formulas and do something with these two formulas to find A and L. Or use the second set of formulas to find A and D. What? Huh? Okay, second set. What should we do with it? I'll give you some hints. You can add the two equations, subtract the two equations, multiply the two equations, or divide the two equations. The aim of that is to eliminate either A or D. Basically, simultaneously solve these two equations to find A and D. Okay. So, yeah, that's it. Simultaneously solve. And if you use the first set of equations, you'll have A and L to find. Use the second set, you'll have A and D to find. That's it. Simultaneously solving means you can either add, you can subtract, you can multiply, you can even divide. Okay. So anyway, here we'll do the normal addition or subtraction of them. So let's simplify these two equations. So 7 upon 2 into 2a and this into this. So this will become 7a, as the 2 and 2 will get cut. And here 2 and 6 will get cut. That will become 3. 7 3s are 21d is equal to 49. So this will be your first equation. So like this is also you solve this, you'll get second equation and simultaneously solve them to find it. Is that clear? Now this first equation, you can divide it and make it smaller, right? But what should we divide it? Divide by 7. Then you get a plus 3d is equal to 7. That will be your first equation. So like that you'll do this. Okay. Go take a minute, go through this chapter. We should be done with this. Then we'll take the next chapter. Okay. What is the total sum of all the angles of a square? Okay, start with triangle. What is the sum of all angles of a triangle?
180 degree.
180 degree. Come on, that's small children also know that. Angle sum property we call it. Right? If you add all the angles, you get 180. What about a square?
360.
360. What about a pentagon? It's 540. Okay, now how did we get these numbers? Okay. So if you notice, we're just adding 180 with every side increased. See, first is 3 sides 180. Okay. For next, one more angle, one more side, if you add, you're doubling it. Again, one more side, again you add 180. Keep on adding 180 for every polygon as you keep increasing the number of sides. Now, how did this happen? Because if you look at a square, you can, if I draw a line like this, I'm getting two triangles. So that, so the first triangle sum will be 180. Second triangle sum also will be 180. That's how you're adding 180. Now, for a pentagon, this is made up of how many triangles? If I draw like this, I'm getting how many triangles here? 3 triangles. So that is 180 plus 180 plus 180. 540. So for every side that is increased for the pentagon, for the polygon, you're adding by 180. Okay. So like this, they're deriving a formula. How you're deriving the formula? The sum of angles of a polygon will be n. N is the number of sides. Here, how many sides are there? 3. You do n minus 2. What is that? 3 minus 2. Multiply that with 180. Does this make sense? See, n minus 2. Here n is 3. 3 minus 2, 1. 1 into 180, it's 180. Here n is 4. So 4 minus 2 into 180. That's 2 into 180. Here there will be 5 minus 2, which is 3 into 180. Okay, so this is the formula to find sum of angles of a polygon. Okay. Now, what's the question? The angles of a polygon are in AP. We don't know the number of sides. We don't know whether it's a triangle or a square or a pentagon or a hexagon. We don't know that. We have to find that. What we know is the smallest angle is 120. Find the number of sides of the polygon. So it's something like this. 120 is the first angle. The next angle is 125. The next angle will be 130 and so on. So we're adding 5. Now, how much you have to add like this so that the total sum will be of this formula. Okay. So it's, I mean, you understand the question? You have to keep adding like this, and we don't know the number of terms in this AP, but we know that the sum will be n minus 2 into 180. So this is a sum formula to find the sum of angles of a polygon, and we also have a formula for sum. AP formula is also there for sum. So what is that formula for sum? N upon 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. This is the formula that we have, and which is equal to this formula, n minus 2 into 180. You see two formulas for sum. Left side formula is from this chapter. The right side formula is to find the sum of angles of any polygon. That's what we derived, n minus 2 into 180. So in this we can substitute a, we have d. So n is the only missing value. You can find n. You understand? Okay, so there is a lot of explanation required for this one question. It may not come. If it comes also, it's a little difficult. But if you get this equation, substitute a and d, then n is the only missing value. It's a linear equation or a quadratic equation. Because see, there's n outside and there's n inside. So probably n into n you might get n square. Then it might become quadratic. Okay, just write this down. Just know the basic ways how to solve. Okay, these very complex ones and all might not come.